we're in for a very Halford weekend. A weekend at the Halfords, even. And
God, I should have made an alt character that's related to the Halfords.
We see Adonis through the ages. Hey, we have time. You want to do it? You want to speed run? I'm not stopping you.
Oh, look here, Lee. I'm here to have fun. This is my cooldown from all the art that I did today. I'm not going to do that. That does not sound fun to me. Making a D&D character right now with stress time.
Do you want to play Lushbat? You could just be slutty the whole time. It's pretty easy.
I could play Lush, but I'm already dressed up.
This is framed perfectly. I'm like to the left, and then there's my pickle jars.
Amazing, amazing.
That's actually great.
Racks of pickles. Racks of pickles. You look like an SCP.
I am.
The pickles one.
That's toxic. Hello.
I don't even know what Lee said.
Lee said I look like an SCP.
Alright, I'm actually gonna punch this.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Okay, I should advertise.
Hey, we were playing Call of Duty yesterday.
Yeah.
And we got.
How did we do?
Fine, but that's not the point. We got heckin' bots in our game. Like literally, they literally had like programmed pathing, and they were just walking around the map doing nothing.
You know, that's probably what somebody made to like level a Smurf. While
yeah. Literally, they're literally just like these programs made to just move your character around so it doesn't get AFK warnings, so that it so that you don't
get reported over and over again.
Like I guess, but it's kind of hard to tell probably for a lot of people.
Rainbow, you said they just walked around and did nothing.
Yeah, but like
I'd report them for doing nothing.
If they're new players, you can't be like in a bot game, right? It's like, oh, whatever, right?
Bots versus bots.
Exactly.
Bot on bot.
I was so mad though. Like I was like trying to show Lee things, and then these random like fucking bots would just like walk into our lane and
Rainbow tried to ask them to leave or like to ping them. Nothing could seem to remove them.
Pinging question marks.
They would literally like go bot, walk in like a specific pattern, then go top, walk in a specific pattern, then go bot, walk in. I was like, hello, go away.
Oh my goodness, I'm comparing the picture of Adonis that I drew to the picture of Adonis's father that I drew, and wow, the styles are so totally different. Day and fucking night.
But they're both still poggers.
I already made the Twitter post, didn't I?
I'm making my own.
No, I'm just making sure that I was gonna like tweet again. But yes, we love to see your Twitter posts, Pat. We love to see it. Hey, Lerb. It is Freistadt.
Hey! We did a late start, my friend. And
yeah.
We are just getting ourselves up to steam. Up to speed, I mean.
Alright.
Putting on steam.
And yeah, so you guys are all just chilling at the Fifth Watch. The increasingly crowded Fifth Watch.
Truly.
And, you know, Freya, Lush, and Adonis are all chilling in a booth. Adonis, what are you drinking?
Probably water.
Amazing. Freya, what are you drinking?
Ale, and she's like slipping more and more ale into Adonis's cup.
Adonis,
as the water is leaving, she's filling it with ale.
Adonis, you notice the flavor of the water has changed in not a great direction.
He's got like, he's just like deadpan. He's so tired of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 10 seconds into drink water and chill, and Freya gives you this look.
My character is sipping soothing tea, and she walks over and seeing this display, she notes
this display.
Display.
I believe that's legal. And then she would walk away.
Illegal? What?
That's the face she's making when she says it too.
True.
This is Adonis's face upon hearing that.
If anything, it'd be the old artwork face.
True.
Yes.
This is what Lush has to say about it.
Be quiet, yeah.
She does not actually stick around to hear whatever reply you had.
Amazing,
Okay.
amazing.
She just dips. She gone.
But yes,
No, she literally is just walking past you, and she's like, "That's illegal."
I mean, what's illegal about it?
Pouring liquid in somebody else's drink against their will.
Who said it was against his will?
Did you ask for this?
You dare to know the will of a health?
No, I didn't. I was drinking water. I would like to stay hydrated. Really, realistically.
Very smart, very smart. I approve.
Thank you, thank you.
I personally never drink on the job. Don't want to get distracted.
indeed. So, the doors to the Fifth Watch open, and I mean, not really remarkable. There's like fuckload of people in here. However, you do notice a familiar elf to you, Adonis, wearing a certain maid costume. My, is that Brunhilde?
Uniform?
Pog. I'm pogging. I'm running on up.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, Adoni, you're here."
He's mad now. He didn't like being called that.
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Stop.
You're all grown up now, Adonis. It feels like only a few decades ago you were a baby."
He's like happy. Like, he doesn't know what to say. He's so happy.
She gives you a little head pat.
Pog. I love that.
She's like, "Adonis." She kind of like looks at the sword, kind of like unevenly, and she's like, "Your father has requested your return to the estate with some of your most trusted companions. She looks at Freya and she's like, we like to keep it in the family, but also
then we must return."
Yeah, she also looks over at Debbie Page and she's like, "But for tax purposes, if you could invite the scary tiefling, I think her name is Debbie Page."
He's like, he's definitely more somber now. He's less hype. He's like, of course, yes. He's kind of side-eyeing. He doesn't like
She's like, "Oh, don't worry, it'll be great. Hey, we have creme brulee."
Pog. He's like, well, I do love those.
Freya's like, creme brulee?
It's delicious. You'll love it. You'll love it.
Sounds...
I believe somebody mentioned taxes.
Sounds a little prim, but alright.
It's very sweet. It's got a hard... You have to shatter it to eat it. You might like that.
Oh! Yeah, she picks up a little bit of that. She's like... My kind of
This is
meal.
referring to the Adonis estate. My character would start speaking to Brunhilde.
The house.
Yeah, she's like, indeed. I work at the Halford estate.
Interesting. Lee, what would I know about the Halfords and their tax records?
You know that they tend to pay their taxes.
Good payers, yeah. That's what I thought. Wonderful, wonderful. Anything for a friend of the city state. My character is down to do whatever.
Indeed.
Then we return.
Indeed. She says, "Oh, all right. I hope that we don't have too much trouble on the bridge. There was quite a bit of traffic getting over here on foot."
No sweat.
Indeed. I would suggest that we might take a boat to one of the more reputable piers, but I'm afraid that Busi finds itself overwhelmed by miasma. And the only way to approach without being overwhelmed by it is through Tempelstadt. But come.
Lead the way?
Come. Yes, she like takes Adonis' hand and like leads him. Boop. You guys pop out to the world map. Zawarudo, if you will.
Where's Bussy at again? Can you ping
It's down
it?
here. It's down here.
The bush
Oh yeah, I see it now.
is right here. It's on. You see how it's like the rear of this hump.
Okay, and where do we have to enter from?
The
Here.
rear.
Okay.
So where is the Halford Estate?
Right.
The Halford Estate is like here.
I mean, on the
Here.
waterfront, probably, right? Like,
Would you say it's on the water?
More than likely.
oh, yeah, like
Alright.
over here somewhere.
Oh yeah, aren't they nautical types?
Yeah.
The
Kind of.
type which does not sow?
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the edge there. Yeah.
That one tiny
here.
spot not affected by the miasma.
Amazing.
Indeed. So the party
my God.
has Brunhilde
Yeah.
in tow, and it's time to go on an adventure.
As they travel, Freya like swaps like embarrassing stories about Adonis with Brunhilde like the whole way.
Indeed, many a fine jape and story of Adonis being scared of his own shadow, getting
Like,
lost,
oh my gosh,
getting
you
stuck in a
wouldn't
tree,
believe it.
getting stuck in trees, not knowing where the water goes when it filters out of the tub, and being afraid that there's like a water drinking monster living below the house.
He made us stand outside of the bathroom when he had to bathe. It was adorable. He's like sinking in his
Yeah.
Ooh, melting.
Freya's just like laughing her ass off, like just hollering. Like everybody on the street is like looking at her. Okay, so I guess so this bridge is back, right? So we'd have to go like the long way.
The bridge is
I
back.
was gonna say, she mentioned a boat. Can we take a boat like somewhere over here?
Well, so the issue with landing in Bussy is that all the piers are covered in the miasma, but you guys could theoretically
Go like here somewhere.
try and
Yeah.
get into here. I would say that you do know that you're not getting along too well with the temple these days. But you know, you could try and take a boat. You want to try
What's up,
and
you guys?
get you a vessel?
Because they cannot legally prevent us from docking in the city,
Mm-hmm.
I can say.
So where are there? Are there just docks everywhere, like along the coastline? Like,
In some places they're like too rocky, in other places they're like more or less accessible.
I feel like just going like the fastest way across is probably a good idea, and then walking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be on the water for too long. Sounds
Temple be
dangerous.
jammed.
All right.
Not
so-
even the temple, just because of spooky sea monsters.
Mm.
All right. So
My opinion, they've been given too much leniency lately.
so you want to come to the
Since
council
their behavior
park?
has been disrupted.
Yeah.
Okay, you arrive in Council Park and you come through it pretty much unharmed. You see many large crabs ushering into the water as you do. And there are some people who are still piloting the waves. And an old sea dog would be willing to take you. If you can pay the price of, you know, like an amount of money. By which I mean like 10 gold. It's roadside robbery, really. But Adonis is rich as fuck.
10 gold.
That is quite expensive.
And his
just
ship
take-
is like
you-
what? Like a dinghy or like a
Yeah,
nice
he
actual, like,
gesticulates at like the giant crabs flowing into the water and like the destroyed bits of pier and like the general wreckage, and he's like, yeah.
My character would also gesticulate to them with her sword, suggesting that you might be inflating the price a tad bit
Yeah, Freya's like
in the most polite of ways, by which I mean to say I'm rolling intimidate.
All right.
Damn,
Okay.
that is the worst roll I have ever gotten on an intimidation.
Ah, but he
Anybody
did
want to
where
provide
he's.
assistance?
Oh. Frey, you backing him up?
I was just gonna say, like, Freya's like, are you trying to heckle a son of the Halford, the state?
So we're
Like,
both doing intimidation.
Yeah, I'm also doing an intimidation. Of the
Alright,
way.
I'll.
Okay. White
Um,
knighting. Is it working?
Yeah, you two white knight hard for Donis. His eyes go wide. He's like, the Halfords. I should have recognized your distinctive color scheme earlier. Yes, of course, of course.
Adonis he's like sinking even lower because like now he just got white knighted and he's embarrassed.
In fairness, my character had stated all this out of nothing related to Adonis necessarily.
So how much is he gonna?
It's not like she likes you or anything, Baka.
Baka.
10 silver.
Just
10 silver? Oh god, yeah. Damn, we slashed that price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, sure. As Freya hands him 10 silver.
Lee,
Or 1 gold, right? Like, does he need 10 silver? Can I just give him 1 gold?
Yeah, you can just give him 1 gold.
Okay.
Wait, before we disembark from this dinghy, though, my character is going to hand the dinghy ferry guy 5 gold and commend him on his behavior.
He's like, oh, thank you. You know, I still have to pay, you know, for my license and everything.
Yes, but it feels good to have more, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I know I enjoy it.
Yeah. He says, not really 100% on where you're going with this, but like he likes money, so he's going along with it.
I'm just saying.
Look at that guy.
Keep up's a good fuck.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the last publicly operational places fit to pull in for us, for they're not going to charge me anything. So and you see that on this like set of piers, there seem to be some people.
Oh.
Yeah, and Lee even transitions over to the other computer to make the ground appear a little bit faster.
My goodness. Breaking all the barriers, pulling out all the stops.
Wow, why is my laptop slow too? What in the goddamn?
Yo, you poor baby. Do you need me to help you speed map? I can switch over to DM mode.
I saw that pop up on my desktop before my laptop. Oh, my desktop's like zooming now. What? I really appreciate the offer, but it looks like it's decided that it's going to be cooperative.
Nice.
But yeah, you guys see several people who look like armed mercenaries of some sort. But they seem to be wearing a certain something on their fits, you know? Is that a Supreme sticker? No.
No.
It's
Is it red and gold? Red and white?
Is it the S that everybody drew in middle school?
Stop.
Is it no. It seems to be clasped hands tied by thorns. A symbol of penitence.
That's so bootleg.
We love to see it.
I haven't drawn it forever.
Yes, it's middle school.
6 lines, alright.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then you do.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And he's like, oh, well, we'll just be, bringing you over to this other pier. Those folks, those are penitents. Bad luck to get too near them.
I see.
It wouldn't do to bring a son of the Halford family so close to such unclean people. So that he lands you and invites you up.
They're smelly. Get them away from me.
Freya, thanks the sea god. Is there a sea god to pray to?
There are saints of the sea. I'm assuming that the Halford family would have a favorite.
Okay. She like thanks whoever that is.
Thanks, whoever.
Lee, I rolled an 18 on history. What do I know about the penitents?
Well, you see, in Rosenkrieg's society, there is a concept known as Sund, the schmutz of the soul. And if one acquires too much of it, it means bad things occur to your spirit and self. And there are ways of ritually cleansing it, but sometimes, you know, a trip to the bathhouse won't do. Sometimes you have committed a big boo-boo.
My character does those very often and is very well acquainted with.
Indeed. And some people feel that the only way to atone is to, or sometimes they're forced to do this by the temple or a governmental organization as a form of exile. They're forced to become penitents. Sometimes that means becoming the Templar that guards a local shrine that nobody really wants to go guard. Sometimes that means any number of things. But yeah, you think that they're not very they look like they were the penitent the officer who would be the officer of them in the mercenary group definitely seems to be looking at you, Deputy Paid, and he definitely doesn't seem to be looking at you in a friendly fashion.
My character smirks.
Bold.
He calls out and says, "You there? Do you serve? Do you serve a most profane song?"
I serve the purest song. The song that sings the most loudly in the most hearts of the most men.
They like look around and they're like,
That cough is in character.
they're like, surely then you refer to the cantos, that glorious poem of light, the Eda of edicts, the glory of the temple.
I gesture to the Halfords. Come on, we don't need to stay here and endure this belligerence.
Feels like
These people are not worth our time.
They're like, come now, sister. Surely you have not succumbed to the nature of your heritage.
My character ignores that very pronouncedly and does not look at that man.
Right. Brunhilde is a little bit scared by it all, and she's like, oh my, they are so rude.
Indeed, disgusting people tend to be rude.
Stop escalating the situation.
Oh, I'm not escalating the situation. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
so
we just leave? Like, will they stop us?
Yeah, y'all peace out. No, they're not. Like, they know who Debbie Paid is. Like, they ain't looking to die today.
True.
Good.
As you guys walk through,
they're wise.
So there's two major streets. Adonis is very familiar with this place because he's from South Side, although he wasn't allowed out of the house like as much as you might think.
Okay.
You know, he is a bit of a homebody, but he does know that the road to the northwest will take you to Tidewater Temple, and to the west you'd pass by Minami Shrine, and then go to the Templar Plots. Minami Shrine is somewhat unique in that it is a market shrine, and the area between Temple Plots and Minami Shrine is full of people who tend to sell like bootleg medicine and charms and herbs and such, and trinkets and fetishes. And this is somewhat regulated by the temple, sometimes more harshly than others. But, you know, up towards Tidewater Temple is where, you know, the temple is. And you do notice there seems to be a lot more people in that direction than normal. There are even camps sort of bleeding out into the street. Yeah, there's quite a gathering of individuals around Tidewater Temple. But you know the temple.
The CBT fetish.
How much for the what?
How much for the CBT fetish?
All right, do you go down the street between Minami Shrine and Temple Plots?
No, I was just trying to make a joke.
I know. I was gonna carry that joke a little further, but You see like an enamel carving of like it's like whalebone, and it's like a tanuki, right? Which is known for being cute and having huge balls, and it's being stepped on by a saint.
Same. Okay, same.
Yes, saint.
See, Adonis is small. He's cute, large balls, and Debbie Pate steps on them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Saint Scenario is just crushing this tanuki.
What is the symbolism of Saint Scenario?
Saint Scenario.
Oh my
she
God.
is a warrior saint, known for using a mace on a chain, the
Oh,
ball
my
and
kind of
chain, if you will.
Wow.
Mhm.
So like it's on a chain. Does she like whip it around like for some range?
Yeah. Like she gets some reach on that when she
Wow.
swings and
Ranged cock and ball torture. That's insane.
What does she? Yeah, what does she look like?
What are her stats?
What is that?
Well, given a warrior saint, she's
What level is
probably north of level 11 to have been a warrior saint.
Wow.
She's not.
Does her helmet have horns?
Probably not. Probably has wings.
Okay.
You know.
asking what are these fucking questions?
Are the wings like up tilted, kind of like my character's horns?
Kind of a little bit more like ears, like back and like foof. And there's a bit of a roll to it, and and so like a very much like a mix between a con vendor and a fortune teller lady is there, and she's like, "Would you like to buy this fetish, young man?"
Is it cock and ball torture? I don't say that. I didn't. He doesn't say that. I said that. That was out of character.
But what did Adonis say?
No, thank you. I must be on my way.
Brunhilde's like, "Oh, are you sure, Adonis? I thought that really caught your eye."
No. We should be.
My character steps up to the vendor and
I was just okay. No, go ahead.
No, you can do it if you want. You can do it.
I was gonna say, yeah. Like Freya comes up behind Adonis, and she's like, "Donnie, I didn't know you were into this."
Not. That's why we're leaving. Let's go.
Freya's like, "Not nonsense. I can splurge a little bit for my little cousin every once in a while."
Oh my
She
God.
like, she buys it.
All right, it's
I'm
like
older than you.
it's like five. It's like 5 silver. It's not like
Sure. Yeah.
nice.
What is it? What does it do?
It's a little trinket.
Yeah. What does it do?
It's just a fetish.
Could you roll? Anyone would like to roll religion for me?
Oh my God.
Ugh.
All right.
Now this is the Tanuki getting ball stomped, right? That's
Yes.
what I
Correct.
have
Yes.
just been purchased as a gift.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. I can't wait to show my dad.
Is it made of like wood or like?
No, it is
No, this
carved
is
from
made out of
it's
the
carved
wood.
from whalebone.
Bone.
Oh,
Bone.
from whalebone pod. That's even
Yeah.
cooler.
Okay. So Adonis feels that a certain ritual could be performed with this fetish.
Oh my God! I can't wait to get to my house and perform the cock and ball ceremony.
And
Yes.
Deadly Pain knows that the ritual in question would require incense
coming
and
up, guys.
rare herbs, and
Blazer's
then
coming up.
once
I'm
per
sweaty.
week. Up
Pod.
to 6 people may gain the benefit until the next time they take a short or long rest. They gain a resistance to a bludgeoning damage and a vulnerability to psychic damage.
Now you guys get to see my vest.
Amazing. We're going through all 3 pieces. All 3 pieces tonight.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow. This is like a striptease D&D.
Yeah.
I can take off more things too.
Terms of service. As a parody in a video game.
TOS.
So here we are.
I'd be okay with the pat. Just saying.
Oh, thank
Blue-
you.
That's the after.
You
show.
support
Come on.
me. You support me. I love it.
do.
I love it.
That's the after show.
That's that OnlyFans. So you guys come to the
That's
temple.
the pat in my
Temple Bloods.
DMs.
guys can have a temple
Patreon?
plots.
I do have a
Huh?
Patreon.
We do have a. Is there an exclamation mark Patreon?
There should be.
Let me just be a dirty shill. Put my Patreon.
There is a Patreon. Yeah, link it. But yeah, so you come through the temple plots, and it's like really big and bustling. It's a market. Adonis, you've been here before, but normally you're doing shopping because you're really shy, and also normally you're not involved in the shopping. But Brunhilde is like, oh yes, I do need to come back and get some nutmeg, but we can take care of that later. Come on, Donnie, we're on our way. And
Fair's like, Donnie.
Shut up.
you guys arrive at the Halford Lee State.
The Halford House.
You can't just say leave before every word.
Weekend at Donnie's. Let's go.
It is weekend at Donnie's.
Poggy?
Oh my god! I cannot believe that just happened.
Pat's Patreon. Pog.
Wait, I don't update it very much.
Picks there.
I haven't updated it since the COVID thing happened. So I'm sorry.
Hey there, quarantines and COVID cuties. But yeah, so here you guys are.
Oh my god.
At the Halford
Big pog.
Estate.
This
Yes.
looks crazy.
Oh shit! I didn't advertise, but I made a whole bunch of new tiles for them.
I want all these
Oh my
styles.
God,
to
you guys
display.
are spoiling me.
Yeah,
Pog.
no, anything for you, Heather.
This
is
We love you.
You see the
I'm
dual
flustered.
stone gazebos to either side. And also, like, there's like the paths, and of course there's a dome, a great second-story dome atop the center of the Halford Estate, and there's like a balcony overhanging. That's the shadow.
This is
I want you
bonkers.
guys to know I sent Lee like a shitty MS Paint doodle and I said I kind of want it to look like this, but no pressure. And Lee popped off.
That's what we do, though.
True.
I'm like, here's 5 pixels. Have at it.
I mean, I was looking at this picture earlier too because I was figuring out how to make some of these tiles. We were gonna
God.
go overboard, but then I was like, no.
This isn't
we have to do
overboard?
this
Hello?
This is gonna have to be
They
a
have to do
two-parter.
this in a timely fashion.
This is gonna be a two-parter because
Check these horses out. Check the horses and the swordsmen.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
might notice. You come by and Bruno's like, oh, Donnie, it's your favorite topiaries, and you see that there are some of the,
This is
swords.
crazy.
There's like the horse is its own,
Oh
and then there's
my
the swordsman.
Oh, wow.
You could drop them on each other by is drawing in, and then there's these guys who don't have swords, and then there's also the circle.
Indeed,
The circle.
the,
pog.
the dancers.
Oh my god, my brain is like already thinking of just hundreds of ideas. Okay.
I will
Cool.
send them to you immediately after this.
Okay, that.
Indeed, you go down the pixel-laden approach to the doors of the Halford house, and Brunhilde, you do notice as you advance that it seems like the garden seems a little overgrown in some places. Like
So, are
that's
there
not
not-
normal.
Are there no guards?
So to get into the area of the city that you're in,
Yeah.
there were this is like a gated community. Like it's not like
Yeah.
a whole wall, but yeah, you know that House Halford does have a house guard. There's not like a ton of them. It's like 3 to 5 people at any given time, probably up to 5 right now. They are Ritters in service to Lord Halford, and they are probably either somewhere around here or doing something at Lord Halford's behest.
Okay. Fair enough.
Brunhilde comes in here and gesticulates and says, "Your dad's inside."
He's sweating.
Swim bullets. The door swings open, and you see the grand hall. Oh, I didn't even have a. You already see the grand hall.
Yes.
We did already see the entirety of it, yes, but thank you.
The grand hall, lined to the north with pictures of
My God.
your ancestors, and one strikes a heart chord. That of your dearly departed mother.
Wow.
Oh,
This is very tiny.
This photo for ants.
look! I had to make it small so that it would
No, it's
fit
okay.
the.
No,
like,
no, no,
yeah,
it's perfect.
that would
It's
fit-
perfect.
I
It's
like
perfect.
it.
I made one of you and your dad too.
Cute.
Pog.
Mm-hmm.
Is Freya on there too?
Yeah, she's
I
one
made
of them.
literally 3.
Okay.
That's okay.
Oh, it
Pog.
looked like her in the distance.
But yeah, you know that like the shadowed area where there's like the balcony, and then like in this is beneath the grand gilded dome that sparkles above, encrusted here and there with gemstones and one very large diamond at the center. It's a big ass dome.
Damn.
Yeah. Do you guys step out into the center?
Sure.
I guess so.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
Faye
wait,
is
this map
like-
is actually genuinely fucking gorgeous.
Freya's like, wow, it's been a long time since I've been here.
You see, you see someone, a large, imposing, tall, slender figure, swoop up to the balcony, and then you see your father's face.
Jesus.
Oh
he
no.
he leans leans over the balcony, looking disinterested, and says, "Adonis,
Yes.
go
I mean,
clean,
yeah.
go
Meals.
clean the yard."
Oh my god.
Freya's like, Freya's like,
He's like,
like
he's like-
kind of
he's
weirdly
like-
like, Uncle Alfred, it's me. It's been so long.
he's like knelt
She, like,
down. He's
waves
like
up to
staring at.
him.
He's like staring at the floor. He's like sweating really hard.
She looks down, like he looks down from above, like he notices Freya, like the slightest like light of recognition in his eyes, and he says, "Indeed, nephew, help your cousin."
Of course, but you're not gonna say hi?
Yeah, nail,
Yeah.
Freya, nail.
Oh, Freya's like rolls her eyes and she kneels.
He's he like doesn't quite acknowledge what you said, but he looks at Adonis and says, "I have business to attend to. Meet me in the solarium when you are done." And then he just like whoop, fucks off behind the edge and like doesn't even bother to release you from the fact that you're kneeling.
By the way, my character would have
Kind of-
curtsied briefly.
Yeah, he kind of stands up and does one of them like dust offs.
Just
Faye's
imagine
like-
my character curtsying for a second.
Just Debbie
Wow.
paid.
Is it not terrifying?
Yeah.
She terrifyingly curtsies.
The horns lower.
Jesus.
Exactly.
She like snaps someone with them by accident as she does it. Oh my god.
I bet you imagine she would bow, but no. Sorry. So am I related to the business to which he's attending? Would the maid inform me that or no?
The maid's
that?
like, yeah, so, Donnie, you know, so sorry about this. Your father, he's really busy, and,
I understand. No. You don't have to explain yourself. I'm used to it. He's always like this.
yeah, but, you know, so there's been a bit of an incident. One of the house guard have gone missing from the garden.
Oh.
Like,
They've gone missing in the garden.
yes.
How the hell did that happen?
We don't know.
I guess we should check it out. You said it was one house guard. Do we have any more?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what, but your father has 2 of them out running some errand right now. But yes, there is one more who I could go and get.
Yes, have them accompany us.
Okay.
She like hops off, and yeah, so she like disappears through a doorway. By the way, absolutely beautiful doorway.
I was gonna say it's a really nice door.
Oh shit!
We love to see it. We love to see it. You know what happens? You know what happens when she goes through it? It opens.
Wow.
You guys have no idea how much shit I did before this trip.
We stand door drawing queens.
Oh yes.
Why? Lee has infected this entire.
It's disgusting.
We stand open doorway queens.
Yes, it
These
is.
mannerisms are slowly infecting everybody that associates with her. So it's just like we are all in danger, and it's contagious. So.
Fair like looks at Adonis like what happened to him? Like gesticulating towards Lord Halford.
He's been like that since mother.
Fair like looks solemnly at the floor. I see. Well, enough of that. To the yard, why don't we? And she like grabs Adonis by the arm and starts leading him out the door.
All right. So
Rainbow, I think you're able to move us both.
Am I?
Yeah,
No, I
mean,
can't.
it lets me move you.
Oh,
Oh wow, this is. I see how this relationship goes.
impossible.
Nice.
So I will be administering the cock and ball torture.
All right.
Well, should we wait for the house guard?
Faye's like, Halford does not wait.
Indeed. You find yourselves on your way to a stone gazebo. It's looking pretty lovely, and interestingly enough, what's y'all's peepees?
My pee
You know I don't have one of those.
Mine's a
it's
14.
13.
Mine's 9.
Freya's got the biggest peepee.
A
My
14?
character's not a very wise lady.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Huge peepee. Massive.
Indeed. So, you notice a scroll left haphazardly in the gazebo.
Oh, interesting.
So, question: he wants us to clean the yard?
That's more or less what he said.
What's there to clean?
Well, you do notice there's some overgrown vines to the east.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk up to the gazebo and pick up the scroll.
All right, Adonis, you remember the hedgerows as a child. You remember being scared and falling and hurting yourself on the stones. You remember cutting yourself on the rose thorns. You know. Just Adonis things. You also remember the really big, really old tree that looms to the north.
I do. Are these pathways or?
Yeah, they're little pathways.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if they were meant to represent like a kind of a wall.
No, they're like the path between the hedges.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hedges are like walls, though, I presume.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I was thinking, like, imagine if you had to light layer all the hedges. God, stop.
That's honestly something
Like,
I would consider
so
doing.
much work.
I did consider it.
True story.
So much work. No,
True
okay,
story.
no.
I will definitely do that for a certain Wistmore that I have in mind. So that is.
If it's not important, then whatever. But yeah. Anyways, so I pick up the scroll. What does it say?
You gaze upon the scroll and you see a strange diagram, and in it runes, circling runes. When you look at it, you don't think you can understand, but you do hear a certain strange music. And Adonis, the sword says, "My foes are close. Draw me."
So I assume Adonis is kind of like startled at first, but then like draws his sword kind of quick, almost like clumsily.
Fair's like, Adonis, what's are there enemies afoot? She also draws her axe.
He says apparently so.
I start drawing the sword. What does it look like?
Which Pat. I mean, that's Baboosh. That's Heather's department.
Wait, what?
I don't.
Oh,
Do I know what it looks like?
It was a joke based on the fact that the sword just said "draw me," and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
no. She meant like with.
Yeah, no. Seeing other people draw their weapons, Depupade will also draw her. Red eyes.
Fair's like, does it speak to you?
It does. claims its enemies are nearby.
And clearly there are enemies afoot.
Enemies
Did I get
with the
time?
sword.
Did I get time to read the paper or no? The scroll?
Well, it is not in a language that you understand, nor do you understand the runes. But you do hear a song. You could roll me either a religion or an arcana to comprehend the song.
All of us, or just Freya?
Anyone who gazes upon.
Like, just looking at
she
it?
rolled a high
I've definitely
religion
looked at
anyways,
it.
though.
You gazed upon it, then you can make the roll. The song is unappealing to your ears, Pat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably not mine.
What me?
Yeah, Rainbow
Ooh.
rolled a 19.
The 19, yeah. Yeah, you start to think that this note, it seems almost like a set of instructions, some sort of an alignment. You look around, and you think it calls for 2 riders, 2 stallions, 1 lady, and 1 eternal watcher. You also see that spooling threads of something intersect along a thorny path. That's strange.
Huh.
I was like, sword, does this mean our... Wait, like, do we know this, or does just Freya know this?
Well, Freya knows this. I'm assuming Freya shares.
Yeah.
I say, sword, is my estate some kind of ritual site?
The sword says, anything can be the site of a ritual with enough blood.
Lost the fifth?
If spools intersect upon a thorny path, so
That's probably the hedges, or the
I mean, I see.
roses.
Yeah, I mean, I see a
So,
lady. I see 2 stallions. I see 2 riders.
2 riders, 2 stallions, right?
Yeah, there's a lady here, and then
But
I
the
presume
tree's
the
probably-
tree's the Eternal
yeah.
Watcher. Yeah.
Lady here.
Should we, like...
Ooh. Eternal
like-
Watcher.
Let's intersect a tone.
Damn. Yeah, the
So
gazebos.
right here, yeah.
Between them.
So
Oh,
like,
shit.
what happens when I go here?
What happens when you go... so you walk into this area, and you see it's overgrown. Adonis would not recall the thorns being allowed to climb over the walls.
He looks, he's like, oh, hideous. Mother would never have allowed that.
Indeed.
I suppose we should clean it.
I assume this is what he talked about.
Freya like walks to the wall and so it just starts hacking away at vines, I guess.
All right, so you just pull up on the wall, like, what up? I got a big axe, and you just hack away. Can you give me an attack?
Yikes.
Oh, I'm going to go so long way.
All right. So you're like there when Freya puts her axe into some vines. Yeah, you hit the stone, and then the vines begin to unwrap themselves from the wall.
Oh,
Yep.
I see.
Oh.
And yeah, it do be initiative time
Oh
though.
my god.
Okay.
Those not ones though.
God, yeah.
Holy shit, was that a nat 1 to attack and then a nat 1 on the first party member's initiative?
Correct.
Yes,
RNGesus has been brutal to the players lately.
it is true.
Very correct. We kept getting heaven or hell in my session last night. Like literally, somebody would roll not one and then not 20, not one, not 20, like over and over again.
That's insane.
It was happening.
Like 4 of them.
There is a lot of them.
Deputy Paid said, "I'll take the long way." And now you have to like
yeah,
use the dash to get here.
I'm fucked.
Mhm.
Or rather, you guys are.
You could probably get this one like faster.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna focus on that one.
So the killer vine moves like 5 feet.
Oh, they can move. Oh,
And
that's
then-
terrifying.
Oh no.
10 feet, and is flanking Freya Halford.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. And it uses an arcing tendril attack. A 20 will hit as it slashes you for 13.
Yikes!
I asked for cock and ball torture, not tentacles.
It's this killer vine's turn. And the killer vine like grows in and then spreads out, firing omnidirectionally at every creature within 50 feet in line of sight, which Deputy Paid will be including you. So can I get some dex saves?
Wait, which one did that?
This one.
Okay, yeah, that does include me.
Actually, wait. Oh my god. Literally, you're at 50 feet.
Yeah, actually, I don't think it does.
I'll give you advantage on the dex save, but you're at 50 feet.
Okay.
You're just within, but you have advantage on this dex save. Alright. So you get pricked for 3.
Well, poo.
You get katunked for 6.
Balls.
Oh, oof. Yeah. Adonis, terrible memories of being a child and getting, like, stabbed by these thorny vines and such that would grow up in the garden come rushing back. Make me a wisdom save.
Balls.
Oh, Adonis. Adonis, you're feeling a little scared. You're feeling a little on the scared side. Not frightened yet, but you're feeling on the scared side. Bad memories coming back.
We should have waited for that guard.
Shit.
For one guy.
So that's the killer vine's turn. Debt be paid. It is your turn. And yeah, it sounds like some shit is going down.
Well, I suppose I have to dash. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to put my my spite. Gosh, wow! Did I just reverse to like the very first fucking episode of Diesel Shot? Not my spite. My I'm gonna put my
Mark.
invocation. What is the word? Lee, what's the word?
Seal.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, why did you just roll 88? I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my seal upon that killer vine.
But
Then I'm going to hurl a javelin. Actually, no. You know what? Fuck. I'm gonna do inflict wounds because I have that spell.
you're not in range. It's
Oh.
melee. It's
Oh,
a
it is
5
melee. You are correct. You're correct.
You have a long range weapon?
Yeah. No,
crossbow
I'm gonna
or a
javelin.
gun?
Never mind.
Bro.
Okay. It is killer vines.
Alright, so why did you just roll 88? I'm fucking scared.
Who knows? Who knows? So Debbie Pay, that's your turn?
Yeah,
Alright, so the killer vines on your other side are going to use vine spread. And here's how they're going to do it.
Wait, save me. I have to make a save?
Yeah, you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adonis will also be making the save.
Bruh. What save is it?
A deck save. DC 12 or become restrained until the end of your next turn. Oh, Adonis.
Okay, but I oh no, I still do I make it still? I make it because of my shield master. I can add my AC to
Oh, all right. Yes,
I just make it.
Your
Holy
shield.
shit.
You like hold up your shield and like vines like spurt up at it and then like get mulched. Adonis, like they're just like vines like creeping up and grabbing you.
Go around her and get me.
She like, yeah, I was gonna say she like as it hits her shield, she like pushes her shield like upwards above her and like throws it over her head, and then it like just goes off and like hits Adonis instead.
Yeah. Then this one uses vine spread as well. Seemingly not wanting to be disturbed.
Hey, that's a crazy spell.
And it is Freya Halford's turn.
Yeah. So, this is a situation. Well, I'm gonna first of all, I do be needing a heal, so we're gonna do that first. Wow, the fucking amazing rolls. Okay, whatever. A little bit of health at least, and then I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Probably that far.
All right, and are you disengaging?
No, I used my action. I'm just gonna take it up.
Both
I'm only moving at one, right?
Well, actually, oh, you're right. So they have 15-foot range. So, so this guy, you're still in this one's range, but you are breaking op range from 2 of them.
Oh, those are 2 different ones. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell because the health bars are so big. Okay.
Would you like to? Would you revise your course of action knowing that?
Yeah, so like, are they? So they're 3 by 1. Is there like?
Indeed.
So okay. Yeah.
So that's where you break up. Yeah. So you.
Okay.
And bear in mind, these are difficult terrain.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could just go here and then like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that breaking up? No.
Yeah, you're holding range for all of them. None of them can op you.
Yeah, I guess that's a good spot then.
All right, so Freya's turn.
Can we go? Let me do this actually. So, let me not gain 8 health, and then I will use my action to disengage, and then with my bonus action, do a little.
Are you healing? You healing Adonis?
No, I do not actually have healing word. I was going to do on Adonis.
Shield of Faith. Adonis, is your turn.
Can you read what it gives me?
I gave you AC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm still stuck, right?
Until the end of your turn. If you wanted to use one of your attacks, you could try and hack these vines off of you.
I was gonna say, I was gonna either do that or use my crossbow to attack like the main vine.
By all means, you can do that.
I'm clicking, but it ain't working. Doesn't seem to work, so I think I will attack the ones in front of my feet.
Dang. Is this roll 20?
Oh, here it is. I was clicking the wrong one.
Oof.
I was clicking the item rather than
that's a hit. That's a hit. And which one was your target?
Just this one, like right across from me.
Like the one like the on the wall or out here?
Yeah.
There's one like here, and then
you could thud it, and you like break off one of its main branches, and like green blood seems to spill out of it. That's weird. You normally only see green blood on like fey things.
Makes you think it's a fey thing.
Yeah. True.
And you hear the sword say, "My enemies have many faces. We'll slice off all their necks." And
I have a feeling my sword doesn't like fey things. He seems to get kind of tilted when we fight fey things.
It's true.
Indeed. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Rainbow, but I think that you can make both of your attacks with different weapons, right?
I mean, yeah, you just take another attack, right?
Yeah, so you could like you could still like you can't shoot the crossbow because it has to reload, but you could swing your sword to like free your feet if you wanted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Fuck it.
You kind of like you could have cut through it, but like the vine started to like cut at your like gloves, and that was very uncomfortable. So you didn't. As this happens, you hear someone like getting like bashed out of the DJ booth for leaving Court of the Queen on this entire session, and then a voice comes from behind as a new DJ steps up in the booth and says, "Young master, you're being molested by vines. I shall strike them down."
Thanks, please help.
Wait, where he's at? Oh, he's over there. Pug.
He's coming in hot. He's over there.
Pug. Okay. Ah.
Amazing.
Indeed.
Was he the DJ?
He did kill the DJ.
He's like, young master. Yeah, he's like, young master. I will spin that shit.
Boss music.
Well, let me lay that track. All right,
young master, check my mixtape.
Young master, I bring straight fire. All right, so the killer vine is not in a great shape. It is going to move. It's not going to move actually, because it can hit who it wants to from here. And Adonis is no longer considered restrained at the end of his next turn. It is going to try and lash out and hit Adonis. And you see, the Dark Tendril almost seems to be aiming less for you than your sword. A 17 doesn't hit thanks to the Shield of Faith as a glittering golden glow from Freya's blessing breaks it. And you see an ice snow pattern, flakiness, just as a gold blue light strikes down the incoming tendril. And
it's like, not so fast.
It's this killer vine's turn. And this killer vine sees if it's going to recharge its rechargeable ability. It does not. And it is going to inch 5, 10 feet closer and try and arcing tendril Depupade with a hit for 11 slashing. As you feel, and you laid your seal on this one, right?
Yes, I have.
All right. You see above its air quotes forehead, by which is its vines. You see a sigil of greed float there.
Good. I want it. Dead.
All right. Yeah. It is. That was the killer vine's turn. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. All right. It's Depupade's turn.
Very well. I suppose it is my turn. And perhaps the final turn of this tendril. I'm zwei.
Alright, so you hit... you scrape against the ground as everyone hears a sparking clash. And you bring the blade up to cut through the mass of your foe. A treacherous blow, snapping, breaking, cleaving. A rain of thorns crashes around. And do you pop that seal?
I believe I also... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I popped the seal.
You pop the seal, and then you heal for 4. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, that's fire damage, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it seems like it is particularly vulnerable to fire as it bursts into ash. You guys see like a whoosh and a quick blow over before like a greeny ash puddle is all that remains of this foe. Depupade, you want to do any more movement or?
I will come to here.
Alright, House Guard Acheno is going to move forward 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Into here. And then twist and stab the blade of his Naginata between the stones. He disappears and reappears in front of you as a wreath of flame expands from him, and the killer vines make a dex save. They fail that dex save. They take 20 fire damage. As he says, "Stay behind me, young lord. I shall defend you with my life." And
shit.
yeah, you see an eldritch knight stand before you. His flame-kissed Naginata in his hand. His liege's son in mortal peril. He shall not falter.
His like, now that's how you do it, Adonis.
He's like,
5 and then 10, and the killer vine manages to get to a flanking position on your boy.
No, Pepe hands.
An arcing tendril flicks out, striking him. He has to move him because the hitbox on these fuckers is too big. And he takes 5 slashing. He says, "Ha! A flesh wound!"
its health bar is enormous.
This killer vines is not really happy about this turn of events. 10, and it's also going. It like makes a little frowny face with its vines. It makes a line face, then frowns.
Oh my god!
The arcing tendril whips out and slashes. Debt be paid for 4.
Yeah.
That's the killer vine's turn. Freya, it is your turn.
Dry throat, everybody. Not COVID.
Support your essential workers.
Yeah. Let me do a bless up on my friends. Everybody is blessed now. And
Hashtag blessed.
And I will step forward right here. And yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
All right, so you blessed your. Did you bless yourself?
No, just my friends.
Okay.
Does
that include a Cheno?
Yeah.
All right, your
3
boy.
creatures.
Bless
3
up.
creatures, not including me.
So that was Freya's turn. Adonis, you're
I'm not bound anymore, right?
correct. You are free to move as you will. If you step onto that, it is difficult terrain, but you don't have to step onto it.
I'm gonna go right here next to Freya, and I'm gonna attack this one with my sword. Shit, ignore that.
And you rolled 10 too? Huh?
All right, yeah. So you like give him the works.
God damn.
Now, which one is your target? This one?
Yeah.
All right, you thrust it through, stab into the center of it, and then the blade almost spins itself in your hands as you break it free with whoa, barely controlling the blade as it just like minces this thing into little brambles.
Nice.
Oh wait, hold on. Which one did I delete? Oh, I deleted the other one. Fuck, shit.
Control Z. Actually, no, this doesn't work, right?
I was like, oh my god, you must hate these things.
Yes.
Boy.
More than a mortal mind can comprehend. Hatred flows through the ether and burns the weave around me, killing all I touch.
My character would definitely not have heard this, but had she heard this, she probably would have recommended another canticle.
So that's Adonis's turn.
No, nobody can hear it but Adonis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So Adonis, you've moved, you've attacked twice. That's your play?
Yep.
Alright, it's a Killer Vine's turn. The Killer Vine is going to use its Thorn Storm, as everyone here makes me a dex save.
Which one is that?
Oh.
It's this one.
Wait.
Okay.
Ties
No,
coming
that's
off.
good. I was gonna say, yeah, you could add plus, but it's not gonna do anything anyways. Every time you take damage, something comes out of it.
What is bless again? It's a D4.
Yeah, 1d4. So yeah, you could definitely.
Because I might actually benefit from it.
Wow,
It does
cool,
me well.
And they rolled max for their damage again.
Wait, did 3 of us roll that once? Hello.
And they rolled max for their D4 their D4 plus 2 damage. 2d4. Actually, no, it's 2d4 damage. They got a 4 on one of their D4s. Yeah, so that's the Killer Vine's turn. It has tapped that special ability. Actually, though, I do think the other Killer Vine has to dodge. Because there's nothing saying that it's exempt. Although it does do pretty well.
Okay, roll 20. Sure. So
there's like thorns flying everywhere. Just prickling everybody. And it is Deputy Page's turn.
So, Lee, has this one actually attacked me? Am I considered engaged?
For what purpose?
For the purpose of if I wanted to stand like here.
I think it still is considered to threaten you by 5E's rules.
Yeah. You're in its range, so.
Never mind. I'm going to place my seal upon it. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the shit out of it. Am I flanking by any chance if I moved up here? No, it wouldn't be.
If you stepped into the difficult
oh, yeah, I would definitely do that for the flanking if that would give me.
Ooh, the only thing is,
no, I don't think it would.
Donis isn't quite close enough.
No, exactly. So I'm gonna stand here then. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit. Both times you hit.
Well, I hit twice, so it doesn't really matter.
It goes snap, crackle,
and then
pop.
you get the treachery.
As you break it into yet more broken, brambly bits.
Alright, then I replace my seal on this one.
I'm gonna wear my tie on my head like a business party man.
We stand a trope queen. Alright.
Oh my God, stop infecting my mind.
Achano swings his Naginata and just sort of like, you know,
cut. They call mind break.
Rude.
I asked for CBT.
Shockingly rude.
Yeah, true. This is the wrong fetish.
You haven't performed the ritual. Oh shit! And your boy, like strikes it down with just a little bit of fucking extra fire damage, and it could have been like, you know, health and a half and still not survived. Cheno's like amazing blow that just like ashes it on the fucking spot as some fire dances from the tip of his flame-touched Naginata. And
hey, how long does my seal last?
You need to move it to another creature you can see.
Yes, but how long does it last after that?
That's actually a good question. I would assume.
Because I'm thinking of putting it on the guard.
Can you just put it on allies and then just like leave it there and not do anything with it, and then the next time you see an enemy, just move it to an enemy?
I mean, yeah, you can move the guard.
Thinking of putting it on the guard. Yeah,
and
I'll do that.
And when the thing dies, oh wait, no, you didn't pop a seal. Yeah. So with that, the violence tims down, but he doesn't know that because he's looking around. He's like, my liege, I believe that there. I mean, I've never seen a vine do anything like that before, but there are other vines around here. I'm not sure that we can be safe.
Oh, well, my father, he's instructed that we clean this up.
Then it must be. But first, I believe that you are needed in the western gazebo.
I see, understandable.
And when you look over, you see that like there are several maids who are like setting up a little table, and they've brought the snacks outside.
Pug. Freya does that, like, what is that called when you like handshake somebody and you like grab their like wrist instead their like forearm instead of their hand? What's that called? There's a name for it. I forget what it's called.
You do that one move, the bro move.
The warrior handshake thing.
Yeah, he reciprocates and he says, it is always an honor to meet a warrior of the Halford clan.
Fucking limp over there.
Freya's like, You serve us well.
It is my honor.
Alright, I'm like hella hurt though. I guess
You're
I can
hurt?
work on
I can
this.
heal.
I can also heal myself.
Yeah.
I nod at the
Yeah.
guard and then follow them.
Yeah, but it is creme brulee time.
Yes.
Pog? Oh wait.
Schmovin'.
True.
Yeah, you guys come between the dancers.
Take some cure
So
wounds.
nice topiaries. Oh, who are you giving cure wounds?
Yeah.
Who?
I mean, okay,
Freya.
thank you.
Yeah, you speak a darkling, greedy note, and it enscorsels itself in Freya's heart, boosting her body. And yeah, you guys see they brought out like a nice shiny table.
All right.
Okay.
And you know, they've got it nice and set up in the gazebo. And they even got a little plate, a little platter, a little something, a little silver schmatter. And yeah, it looks like it is time for a little Adonis's favorite course is of course dessert.
Oh, you recolored the Chinese table that I did. Oh,
But
so fancy.
But what's like the main course?
Lee, you've outdone yourself.
The main course, well, the main course is creme brulee. Like, oh, well, if you'd like, we could bring you out some crab meat. We've had a lot of it lately.
Yeah, Freya's like some meat, please.
Mm.
The red blood of the Halfords cannot sustain itself on crab brulee.
Tanella like scurries off to get some crab meat. And Houseguard Cheno is like, I shall stand watch for any wayward plants while my liege dines.
I will stand watch too, but I'm not very good at it.
How long are we chilling here? Can we take a short rest doing this?
Oh yeah, you guys want to kick it with Brunhilde as she's like, oh, and little Adonis always loved to have some creme brulee. It would cheer him up when he was feeling dour, which was quite often.
Freya's like, really? Tell me more.
Indeed.
Do you happen to have any baby pictures of Adonis?
Like, oh, of course, we have,
Okay, I'm rolling some hit die if that's okay.
by all means, you guys can short rest and roll. You guys are up there in levels by now. You have a few hit dice you could throw around.
It gives me 30.
Nice.
Do two more, apparently. Cool. Whatever. That's...
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're good. You probably only needed the first two.
Brunhilde's like, oh wow, it looks like you guys really got the vines down off of that wall. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
They were alive. They beat us up.
Well, of course they were alive. And oh no, I see you. Oh, let me help you with that, Donnie. You've got little pricks all over you. And she comes to try and like help you, and she still seems to think that you're like speaking figuratively about them being like, you know, alive and attacking you.
I mean, like, yeah, like plants are alive, right? Like...
And she's like, oh, I remember when you used to get all tangled up in them. It seems like only yesterday, like only a few decades ago.
Cute.
Well, they,
Like,
they came off of the wall. They chased us down, actually.
Oh no! Like when you pulled them, or
No, like Freya swung an axe at them, and then they lunged at us.
Brunhilde's eyes go wide, and she's like, "You don't mean like
a battle ensued?"
She like leaves the last word unsaid, but she's like, "That is most troubling to find animated plants. I suspect that your father knows what's going on, but sometimes it is best for him to share slightly." She looks around, suddenly looking a lot less safe, and she's like, "Well, Adonis, I need to give you something, I think. It belongs to your mother, and this feels like the right time." She reaches in, and she says, "But first, Adonis," She looks you in the eye, mix of fear and anticipation. She leans in. A brief wind blows petals of pollen through the flower field.
10-minute break.
Fuck you! I was dragging it out until right on 10:30 to say 10-minute break.
Ah, you ruined it.
Fuck, it's still
Oh,
not
I did that
10:30.
intentionally. You know I did.
All right, 10:30. 10-minute break. 10-minute break.
Wow, I'm on the edge of my seat.
We just
I am the devil.
the tease master.
Pat, so lucky, I could see really bad.
That's 3 sessions in a row that Lee has literally cliffhangered me. I can't believe it.
If anything, Pat cucked us, not Lee.
I did it this time. I get the credit.
Pat's like,
I'm in
the one
control
who-
here. I make the rules now.
Well, I'll be right back to you then.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some hummus.
Hey, chat. Love you. Thank you so much for coming out. Hi, Queens.
Hey yo, what's Gucci?
Hello.
Hello there. How are you doing, mein comrade? That's my imitation of Debbie Page.
Your imitation of the character that you voice.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Bye, Lamp Creative. Thank you for coming through.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yo, I'm right back just in time. How is this even possible?
Guess who's back?
Back
Back
again. Brunhilde
Leland
produces. Whew. A silver brooch, the color of the full moon, with a finely cut topaz, a deep gamer headset blue.
Wow. Anthony.
But
This belonged to your mother. She said that when the time came, she kind of like glances at the sword. She wanted you to have this.
and now is the time.
Wait, is Heather talking?
My mic was muted. He's like, I'm flattered. Thank you for holding on to this. And he kind of takes it.
Yeah. No, she like tries to like pin it right on you.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, he was gonna do that anyways.
Yeah, as it is connected to your raiment, you see that the blue almost glows if one were to gaze upon it. And you see something twisting in the beautiful patterns, the hard lines met by the sizzling turns of the silver brooch. Its symbol is at once alien and yet familiar to you, Adonis. Strangely comforting. The sword says, I have not felt this in a moment.
Says interesting. He's definitely like staring at it. He's quite speechless at the moment.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, Adonis, but, well, you carry a great burden. I didn't want to burden you any further before I had to.
What, burden me with the pin?
She says,
No, that was to you, Lee. Is that what she meant?
yeah, that's what she's talking about.
It's like, no, this is the opposite of a burden. Thank you. Any treasure of my mother, it's very close to me.
Oh, I know. Very close. And with that,
Fair like slaps
someone...
Adonis on the. Oh, okay, good.
No, you can do that. I just say.
I was gonna say, yeah. She just like slaps him on the back. She's like, she would be proud of you, Adonis.
Adonis kind of like doesn't react. He's very like focused on this like gem.
Tonello returns with some crab meat.
Pug. Rhea just eats it like with their hands.
Amazing. And Adonis, did you heal yourself for your hit dice, or should I?
I did not do it. I rolled them, but I didn't add it.
Okay. Oh God, how many nat ones was that?
Like a whole bunch. We're actually just rolling in natural ones today.
That's a +4.
We're swimming in them.
That's a +7. +3 is more than you need. You get up to 47. Yeah, you're full health. Full health. And after a short rest, I'm assuming Shield of Faith wouldn't still be active.
No, it's only 10 minutes.
What about Bless?
Same thing. Actually, I think Bless is 1 minute. Yeah, it is 1 minute.
We can assume after the rest, the seal expires. But do you get your seals back on a short rest? Only a long rest. Either way, yeah, you guys have snacked on some creme brulee, and you now have a side of crab meat. They brought out lots of water in pitchers, and also a little bit of lemonade, if anyone's feeling it.
Do they have ale?
She leans in, she's like, there's a little something extra in the lemonade.
Freya like winks at her and takes a cup of ale. Sorry, lemonade.
Yeah, you have some lemonade, and it hits a little harder than usual. They grow the lemons differently down here in the south.
My character would have actually taken a sip of that, but realizing it was alcoholic, presumably. Ooh, actually, let me make her do a wisdom check to determine if she realizes she's drinking alcohol.
So, Donnie, are you going with the water or are you going with the lemonade?
The water.
Stay. Like, you're such a hydro homie. Adonis is just staying hydrated.
Mm-hmm. His pee is see-through.
Okay,
it's crazy.
fine.
No color.
Bruh.
Indeed.
Oh my god, that shit's clear.
Yeah, dude. It's like a water. It's like like somebody's running a faucet. It's crazy. And it's like it's country water. It's not like
All right. So we move on to
what was the fetish that we got out earlier?
Stop.
I didn't ask for pee fetish. I asked for cock and ball.
Tilting.
So all right, hold on. We need to untilt Rainbow. Hold on. So Frey is tilted, right?
Correct. I was just gonna do that.
I'm. We've set him back on the shelf. All right. Yeah, you guys have taken your short rest, and Cheno is like, "We must be on our guard. We don't know what plant might move next." Brunhilde says, "Me and Tonella will take everything inside. Good luck cleaning the garden."
Thank you.
And they give you like a little like peck on the cheek each.
Yeah, I like that.
And then they hug you, and then they're like, "Oh, Donnie, be safe."
Of course, thank you.
Damn, Adonis slinging that meat.
I'm slinging the meat now.
Adonis goes in. Fuck.
Oh my god.
It's more like. Never mind.
All right, so yeah.
I'm confused as to what my character is supposed to be doing.
So I guess we go back and start killing more vines, or if they're alive, or
You
if
seem to
they're
have killed all the vines,
monsters.
but you did feel a strange presence in that place.
Really? But there's like vines on these areas and stuff.
Oh, I mean, you can go check out the various vines, but none of them seem to be attacking you right now.
Well, can we at least get Mr. Fire Samurai to like burn up all the little vine remnants on the ground and stuff?
Yeah, Acheno is, down to do that. Presumably Adonis joins the group after he has finished his creme brulee. Presumably he had like a little, he has like a little neckerchief poked in, to be clean while he's eating.
Oh my god.
It's all cute as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Got a little creme brulee on his cheek.
Oh. For Freya, you see that. What do you do?
Instant. Think long and hard about what you're gonna do in the situation. It could affect the storyline down the road.
Oh my god.
We might get a different ending.
I'm terrified and intrigued.
I mean, they are nobles, so you know.
This could hit really hard. Make a wise choice.
Oh god.
I mean, Freya will like use her finger to like lift it off his cheek and then eat it, but
that's what hentai protagonists do to the person they're about to assault. This is incest.
We hard smash to the next scene.
She licks her thumb and then like rubs it on his cheek to like get the
torture. This is what I asked for.
You guys are God damn it. You guys are back here. There's roses, there's more, there's still a strange scroll. You can take it with you if you'd like.
Sure.
It sings a strange
I got
song
this.
in your head as you gaze upon it, and it again indicates to you the things indicated earlier, which to leave you some sort of, you hear some sort of some unspooling threads meet near a thorny path, along a thorny path even. 2 stallions, 2 riders, 1 lady, and one eternal watcher. Now you guys had a throwdown on a thorny path where the dutiful house guard Acheno, burns away the remnants of the vines that became active. And he's like, but Lord Halford, young Lord Halford, how are we going to clean up all of these ashes? I must fetch the dustpan.
I suppose you must.
It is my duty to my house. I shall not fail.
I'm so proud of him.
Oh my god.
I got this
I'm so proud of
off-brand
this
ice
community.
water.
Wow.
Yo, I've got the off-brand ice water in my drink right now.
Yeah, look, super chill ice.
Oh, I have the Kirklands. Yeah, I've had super chill though as well. Honestly, I feel like the knockoffs are better than the regular ice.
Imagine
I think it tastes identical.
Imagine paying for water.
It's
What's water?
It's
I only
sparkling
know what
kiwi
alcohol
strawberry
is.
water, you bum.
Alright, so, Freya, a great and mighty tree is before you. A tree reminiscent of a symbol. A symbol you know well.
Oh?
A symbol
Right.
graven onto the Halford hearts.
Oh. I know what this is a reference to.
The tree is a symbol?
Well,
It's on my family crest.
It's on the crest.
Yeah. I knew that, but I thought at least was that there was a symbol on the tree.
No, it reminds you of.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yes. As we hold, please.
Lurv's got the right idea.
Oh, that
a
should
big
be.
boy.
Yes,
Indeed.
our family. It's on my shield.
Indeed. This tree is as old as the Halfords in some retellings of the family history. The sword reminisces and says, "It has been some time."
Are there
It's
vines
an
around
old
my
axe
tree?
So that's actually like the roots of the tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just
I
like
got it.
particularly spindly
about to
and
happen.
green.
I could literally have just recolored that in like 5 seconds if you'd asked for it.
What?
Like brown like the vine's brown, so they look like roots. But it's okay.
It's like brambly under its growth.
Yeah, it's
you know,
fine. I think
gorgeous.
it looks fine.
I think I'm going to
Gorgeous.
sit under the tree just for
Alright.
old time's
You,
sake.
you sit under the tree for all alongside. You feel a familiar presence. So too do you, Freya. Deadbeat, you feel a slightly less familiar presence. You roll me a wisdom save, Debbie Paid.
Oh god.
Halford's only get out.
You you feel like a passing of the wind strikes your hair, and you're like, huh, that's weird. But you are outside, and it's kind of a blustery day, so. You know.
I just stand here. Waiting for something interesting.
Freya tries to climb the tree.
Alright, give me an athletics. Alright, yeah, you're up in the branches. You're high up in the
Oh,
branches
period.
of the mighty Halford tree.
Pog. Freya just like relaxes on like one of the big branches, like chilling in the tree.
I def read books under this thing.
Indeed. It offered
Don't
you
understand it like that.
Freya's like relaying this way on a branch, and Adonis is like under the branch, laying this way. Like...
Oh.
I mean, like, we feel a presence, like,
a familiar
of the tree.
Yeah, the tree is like, you know,
Mhm.
it's the family tree. It's the friendly tree.
Back in my day, we called that
Gotcha.
nostalgia.
True.
Hmm.
Indeed. But a debt be paid.
Yes. I
Um,
don't feel nostalgic.
you one of your horns gets a little itchy.
Is that possible?
Not
I mean,
typical.
I don't know. Do you have horns?
Yeah, you got
You
like
said
around all over, like the skin around the base, you know.
Oh, my fucking
I got
fingernail is
you.
itchy.
And you feel
not
as if
good.
though something is passing from one place to another, and it almost, the wind blows again, and you could almost feel it to the south somewhere.
Feel as
and-
the water is wet.
And Adonis and Freya, after some time with the tree, you, for some reason, your eyes come to rest upon the lady. And this statue, the back of it doesn't look quite like you remember it. Almost like the arms are a little more hunched. Back, not quite straight. Something's off about this statue you have seen so many times. But you can't see
So,
its
like, hops
face
down.
from this direction.
I'm gonna go check her out.
Yeah, Freya like hops
Yeah.
down the tree and is like,
I'm gonna go home. Go down
it's like
south.
Adonis, do you see that?
Yeah, it's weird. Did
Mhm.
did it break? They must have replaced it.
I don't
Mm.
necessarily
It was-
look
it was
at
quite
the
weathered.
You
when I
draw
was young.
you draw closer to the statue, and as you come to the south side, you see the stone form itself into something quite unfamiliar.
No, I tabbed over to the stream. What are
Wait,
you doing?
what?
Something with a potent central green eye.
Oh wait, what?
Huh?
What's green's color complement?
What's green?
Red.
What?
Yellow?
Yellow. Yeah,
Red.
yeah. A twisting, weirding mass of flesh, an eye singularly set into it, a row of terrible, terrible teeth.
He's making a tile in the middle of the session.
Terrible in
Fuck.
several senses
Wait,
of the
what?
word.
Oh my god, you totally are. You stupid poop. You stupid.
This is the highest quality content
Oh
you'll ever
my
see.
god. Lee, you're doing it again. How dare you?
I know, it's like I have a very small roster of tricks I cycle between. Entertainment value!
It looks
oh my
like-
god.
For some reason, it looks like
There's probably royalty-free evil eye artwork out there somewhere.
I have seen this Star Trek episode.
for some reason
There were
when
a
I
couple
look at
red
it,
shirts that died.
it looks like a weird Sonic OC. I don't know why.
I'm just imagining like the really like deep fried Sonic like theme, like the Green Hill Zone
Yeah.
theme, but like deep fried, like people using it back in the day. It's like so distorted.
Oh my god.
Are those lumps? Is he lumpy?
Oh yeah, he a lumpy boy. If he was a proletariat, he'd be the lumpen.
Does he smell too?
Indeed, as it peels its face off of the statue, the weird warpedness comes from it and out on to you.
On me?
Save as
Not the fetish I
weird
asked for.
lumpy. That's just
Yeah.
that's gotta be the name of the episode at this point. Like,
Lee, Blurb wants you to put some highlights on the top left edge of the creature.
oh well,
I'm trying.
Blurb. At this rate, I mean, yeah. We gotta now for the shine, right? We're gonna go with like a dashed effect, right? And at the core of it is where we're gonna actually put like the really bright pixels.
Lee,
Ooh.
Lee, put some stink lines over it. It smells.
Oh yeah, no, this thing fucking reeks.
Stinky.
The
Yeah.
Oh my
stinky
God.
boy, stinky boy.
Stink
Now,
line.
but for the bonus point, though, the stank lines are actually going to be like opacity 80, so they'll be see-through, right? Because they're a gas.
Yeah.
True. That
Yeah,
is
they
how
are.
gas works.
Crazy.
God.
Shit's wild. Join us on Diesel Shop for another hashtag Freistadt episode in which Lee loses his fucking mind. On
I feel like Lee
stage.
is having a hell of a time. You're the one losing your mind.
We love to see it.
Oh, it's Dinky.
Yes, Dinky boy.
Oh my god.
Yo, we just having a fucking chill time. Chill time.
This is amazing.
Yo, Lerb, we chillin'.
Indeed. This thing floats out, and you hear the sword, Adonis, say, "My enemy reveals its hideous face. Adonis, strike it down.
It's really smelly, are you sure?
You can wash when it's dead.
I mean, for you, I'm gonna put you in it.
I can take it."
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Is it gonna come over here? Like, or do
Is it
I
gonna
Well,
do anything?
it appears to float with hostile intent.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
no.
approaching?
It's floating menacingly.
Mm.
It's just floating there. Menacingly.
I
My
guess-
character does not recognize this as being a tax.
Does it look like it can speak?
Initiative time.
Like-
for-
It makes a horrible gashing sound with its teeth. You're not sure that it can speak or not, but to
Okay.
gaze upon its eye is to know an intrusion into your very mind palace, your very realm within yourself.
Yeah, Frey's like, alright, time to fight. Just like, have at you, cruel beast.
Mm-hmm. 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 And yes. So, the floater is going to pop initiative. And yeah, you guys feel something
I feel
pull
boss music.
you. Yeah, you feel a synth. Oh my god, nat 1 on initiative, Pat. I'm sorry. The floater
Yeah.
floats between Adonis and Depupade and releases a noxious cloud.
Bruh.
As both of you make a con save. Okay. Both of you become poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Wow.
All right.
Whack.
Lerb, I could ask for not being poisoned. Oh my god, I just fucked up my makeup, didn't I?
No, what happened? Alright, so that's Floater's turn. Adonis, it's your turn, and like that stank has just hit your nostrils, boy. And oof, you can barely keep your eyes open. They watering. Ugh, nasty.
I'm gonna give him the old one too.
Now bear in mind, your attacks will be a disadvantage because you're poisoned. So we'll count that as your
Like
first
5
two.
times?
Yes, I rolled 2.
Oh well, no, you just there's a button that says disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Oh no, because that's a crit. That's a crit.
But it's disadvantage.
You got heaven and hell.
Yeah, heaven or hell. Actually, hell or hell.
All right.
Wait, sorry, you're attacking with your Zweihander from all the way out here?
No, she's here. This is Adonis. That's Freya.
sorry. Okay. Oh, pity, and I'm not really providing any point of advantage to you. Damn.
Indeed, unfortunate.
Is it my turn then?
Yes.
So
Big sad. I mean, you can move if you want.
Nah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I am gonna use. Let me do guiding bolt at this goon. Is that hit?
That's a clean hit. Give me that damage.
Nice.
That's 12 radiant damage that strikes it.
Oh wow, it's not have a lot of health. Next attack on it has advantage. And I will move. Can I move through the hedges or no?
Yeah, I would say punching through a hedge would be like difficult terrain. And it would mess up the hedge.
How deep is the water?
Oh, the water is like ankle deep.
Okay, so
You
I
can
can just run through it.
Oh, okay.
Like I can I just go stand here? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you can just, you know.
Oh no.
Okay.
Debated.
Very javated. Yeah, I do that.
Accidentally closed the little pony. Let me get it.
Oh no! Debt be paid.
So, considering we've got the hedge here, I probably can't just kind of disengage casually, can I?
It would be difficult, but you would have advantage on any attack you made against the floater, which would even out to a normal attack if you wanted to swing on him.
Oh, right. You know what? Alright, fine. I place my third seal on the floater, and then I just go ahead and attack. The first at advantage, the second regular.
No. So the first one is regular, the second one would be at disadvantage, because you were poisoned.
Alright, yes. Fair enough.
Well, you're flanking for both attacks.
Wait,
a 12 does not hit.
Oh yeah, no, wait. So there's the guiding bolt advantage on it. Plus
I also have flanking. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that makes. I don't think double advantage is a thing.
No,
it's not really a thing.
Oh my god, RNGesus will not give you above a 6.
None of this is going through.
You like Adonis, you see in terror the hedgerow just be destroyed by a walloping of the Zweihander and Debt be paid's hands.
Wow.
It's the floater's turn. It will shoot with disadvantage, point blank, an eye beam at Freya. However, Freya is standing in water, and this is lightning, so it's gonna come out to not be disadvantage.
Well, it doesn't hit me anyways, but
it hits the water, and it's looking kind of disturbed. It's gonna start to fly straight up.
we all get to make opportunity attacks against
Yeah, so when it's going to go between 10 and 15 feet off the ground, it will break op range on all 3 of you.
Okay. So
And none of you are presently poisoned. Yeah, you're all flanking, none of you are poisoned.
No, you can make like a melee attack of it. Like,
Yeah, you can-
I thought 15 feet away. He said 15 feet.
but yeah, well, like
Sorry,
it flies 15 feet up, but once it passes like 5 feet away, you can hit it because it's breaking attack range, right?
all right, so
we all hit it. It takes a bunch.
You all hit. Yes, yeah, so you guys like hit this thing like a nasty pinata. The hedge is positively ruined, and something that looks rather bile-like is now splattered across it. You see strange alien organelles that do not conform to any of your knowledges of biology. Roll me a medicine check.
All of us?
Yes. Yeah, you believe that such organs could have only developed naturally someplace in a very low, that did not have the forces of this land. You know, like less gravity. Additionally, they have many bulbous passages that seem to store air or something that hideously whistle out from it. And Adonis, you can roll medicine if you'd like. You don't have to, though.
Do I know anything about the Feywilds?
You know about the Feyways, and they tend to have, like, they can have weird gravity, but they don't have stuff like this normally. By the way, the statue is back to looking normal, and you no longer feel the strange presence that was here.
Nice.
Much like the formerly thorny path and the tree, it is now a more comforting place of hominess and nostalgia. Religion doesn't really get you anything, but Adonis, the sword says, "Ah, yes. You burn a few worlds, and some of them just come back begging for more."
I guess.
Oh my god, what the fuck is the Halfords?
It's like so angry, and Adonis is just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I'm just a
I'm very-
pedestrian.
So yeah,
Freya's like, okay, what the fuck is going on here?
I have no idea. There's so much. There's so many
I'm gonna
enemies.
take a
left.
look.
meanwhile,
I think
Cheno
we
comes around the corner and he's like, "I've brought the dustpan." He does a little flip of the broom.
Oh, wonderful! There's another spot over here.
He's like, "Oh, what has transpired, young lord?"
A nasty, smelly thing. You might need to also get some a hose. No, maybe something just to rinse the wood
Yes,
off.
I will have to fetch a bucket, my lord.
Thank you.
Freya's like, Acheno, is it Acheno? Acheno?
Cheno.
Acheno? Where is Lord Halford?
I believe he is in the solarium. Pat, you take a lovely walk around the rose garden. Do you smell the roses?
She's lost. She doesn't know which way she's going.
Freya like looks at Adonis. She's like, Adonis, we must find your father. He needs to know what's going on here.
He did tell me to meet him up there.
There's no exit that way.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Indeed.
I would say we start making our way back towards the house, right?
Yeah.
As you do, you notice something. One of the mounted topiaries is missing.
Wait, what?
And you see like a pattern of leaves heading this way.
Like zoinks,
There's
man.
no-
Let's head up
Like,
there.
yeah, like zoink.
Mein Lied.
What's going on, Scoob?
You hear the gentle footfalls of a rather grassy mount, and you see before you, fully animate, its rider. And you look down, and their furrowed, burrow expression, their bush-like features, seem excited at the sight of Adonis. Adonis, you remember this particular topiary. It is one of the two knights that stands regally to either side, mounted on their horse, on the way to the eastern gazebo.
I'm
And
fucking horrified.
Yeah.
This is scary.
it like rides right up to you.
No, imagine seeing that in real life.
It's trotting. It's trotting. It's at a trot speed, you know.
Yeah, no, it's still scary.
Yeah.
Freya like steps in front of Adonis. She's like, back beast.
The
monstrosity.
the horse, like, but like it can't really make a sound, so you just hear like leaves scratching.
Ugh, it's scary. Get it away from me.
I mean, like,
It points. The rider swings out their sword and points, to the north.
Yeah. I'm gonna like sidestep. I'm keeping my eye on it though.
yeah, for his like, like, who are you? What are you?
You hear like whistling noises as it rubs its leaves together at you. Clearly trying to
Okay,
speak, yet unable.
Like, okay, you could go back to your spot now.
It like nods its head and like trots past Freya.
That's so spooky. Ew, I don't like it. Oh, is it
Got
this
a photo
hole
of
in
that.
the yard?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so this hole is not normally here.
Yeah.
Adonis, when you gaze into it, it seems like it curves out under. You can never quite see where the down is, only the sides. It's strange to gaze upon, particularly if you walk around it. Anyone who wants to could roll an Arcana.
Might as well.
God, I'm smart as fuck.
Big brain moment. David Page, you're like, I don't know. Although you do notice that both of your the skin around both horns is a little itchy near this.
Yo, she's allergic.
And
Just makes me uncomfortable.
Freya, you believe that there is something otherworldly about this gash, and Adonis, you believe it is an intrusion from another world into your own.
Ew. Can I,
Do we know how to close it?
yeah, can I...
You know that normally the Adonis, the Halford estate is guarded against any such intrusion, not only by the Soronetto, but also by the Covenant of the Sword. And yeah, I would say, Deputy Page, you believe that religiously such things are sometimes worshipped by cults, and the things that come out of them sometimes exploit the cultists. But you're not sure if this is that case.
I'm curious if I've heard the legend of Darth Tax's the gag.
You worship her.
Yeah, but do I know of the plot of gag, or is that in the future of this, or the past?
Roll me a history with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
He said, look, I allow your bullshit, but only slightly.
Have I heard of other incursions into the natural world?
With a 10, I'm not going to say you know the plot of gag, but you do know that orcs come from other dimensions, and they're the most commonly known interplanar invader. And orc hosts can crop up overnight due to that. But yeah.
Okay, well, Freya's gonna like pick up a stone or something from the path, cast light on it, and then just like throw it down the hole.
It like goes and then whoop, and then it falls first down and then in, as if there was something pulled it, sliding along beneath where you're standing.
Can I still see the light it's casting?
Faintly, although after a time it disappears.
Grr. I mean, is it big enough to go into? Like,
it looks like it's wide enough for like your feet.
Under where? Under like a hand comes out from under us?
You don't see a hand, but you see it goes down in and then gets pulled to the east.
Can I like jump or something? I don't know. Like,
my character would caution against that.
You want to jump in? You want to jump up and down where you are?
Up and down, yeah.
Yeah, roll me like a strength check. Roll me like an athletics.
Like, does it feel like hollow below me? Like,
no, but you do pound and pound. And Adonis, it seems like Freya might risk cracking some of those stones, even more than they are. And
the path?
Yeah.
Stop that.
And after a moment, there is like a rumbling beneath you, and you see something something goopy sliding out, seeping out, seeking out.
I mean, I'm gonna hit it.
All right,
I'm not just gonna let tendrils come out of an interdimensional portal.
I think that's liquid.
Is it liquid?
It's sticky.
Is it
Can I, like-
smelly?
When you attack it, it does not seem to like really like hold any resistance against you at first, but then as like your weapon comes through it, it sort of draws it back. It's kind of sticky. You have to pull to get your weapon free. Adonis, what are you asking?
Said, is it smelly?
It smells strangely like the thing that you killed, but different. Not obnoxious in odor like that one was. More subtle.
Okay.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like use my shield to just cover the hole?
It is about like 10 feet
Yeah,
long. 15
yeah.
feet
Can
long.
I use my shield? Like,
Oh, do it. Fucking do it.
I do that.
Shing, shing. And you create. How wide is that again?
It's 15. Like it's 15 feet long. Like it's 3 tokens. It's 3 by what did we say? 3 by. Like it's only like a few inches thick, but it's like 15 feet tall or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So Freya like turns her shield and activates it, and bam, it covers the hole.
Yeah, she would like slam like downward so that it's like flat on the ground, kind of.
The liquid beneath crystallizes.
Okay, Shira.
The liquid crystallizes and cracks a little. You feel something banging against the ice. Something wants to get out. Something wants to come to where you are.
So I think I'm gonna say, well, Freya, that takes care of it temporarily, but we should probably find Lee. Who are those people that you said normally takes care of this stuff?
Like what kind of stuff?
No, it was there was a pact or something, right?
So what? Yeah. So what keeps the Halford estate is the pact that you have with this sword.
Yeah. What's it? What? I look at my sword. I'm like, sword.
Deal with this.
What's happening with my estate?
The foe seeks battle.
Why?
Some ancient feud or crime or murder. I mean, live as long as I have, and those things pile up. It is no matter. Halford, young Halford, let them out, and I will show you that they are no match to you while you wield me.
I put the sword down and I look at Freya. I'm like, my sword says to let them out. But I personally, I'm not super keen on that. But we need to come up with a strategy. We need to deal with this eventually.
The sword whispers.
The strategy is we kill them.
The sword whispers into your mind. The one who chooses the field of battle has the advantage, Adonis. And there's like an itching in your mind, and in that itch, you see the western gazebo, and you see roots, dancing roots, defending you. You're not sure what it means.
I'm gonna fucking book it, I say.
It's like.
Do you explain any of this to us?
No.
Alright, so Debbie paid. Adonis just took off. Freya has her shield covering this hole.
Well, Freya's like, to battle, I guess, and she's just gonna pick her shield back up.
I was gonna say, are you gonna leave it there so it like stays covered?
No, I mean, if Adonis, I'm assuming the only thing keeping them from like pushing it off is the fact that Freya is like holding it down. I think you said eastern or western gazebo?
Western, the one out here in the clearing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, Freya's gonna like pick it up and then start running with Adonis, and she's gonna like grab Deputy. Just like, I'll explain as we go, and like explain it to her as they run.
Yeah. I mean, basically, upon being tapped, Deputy would join the.
How far do we get before things start coming out of it?
I'm here.
You guys, you don't see anything come out of it.
Okay.
Cheno is like, I have tended to what I've done what I could for the topiary. We will have to lead the rest to the gardener, and the ash has all been cleaned.
Freya just like interrupts them, like to the gazebo.
To the gazebo.
I'm not sure
Enemies
if
are
I'd be running.
afoot.
Yeah, so he's like, if there is danger, I must defend the young lord.
I'm gonna wait here till I see anything come out of it. Like,
yeah.
I'll wait here.
I'm like waiting. Like, I'm just looking here to see.
So you stand, Adonis, between two stallions. From the feet of one of them, grows. No, I'm talking about the riderless horses.
Oh,
This guy's
okay.
over here.
Oh.
You see, like, you feel something beat within your heart, Adonis. You see the brooch gleam blue, and brambles sprout, at first randomly, and then you realize they trace your gaze. The very roots of the ancestral tree rise, but and you feel as if though, when you like the table has since been taken away, the gazebo, if you plunge your sword into the stone, you will force them to emerge nearby, and you can.
Fuck it.
Yeah. And now, but here's the question: do you tell anyone else, and do you deploy brambles?
I'm gonna stab my sword in the ground. I'm like
Nice.
I'm in the zone. That's why I don't say anything.
All right. A
Like,
dark.
he's doing this as it's coming to him.
All right. So you
Just
do
to
see
keep 'em
something,
back up
Freya,
on
begin
blood.
to come out. So
I'm like waiting here to see if anything comes out of the disgusting hole.
yeah, there are breaks in the garden, ripples in the earth, dark feeling, needing things, striking, crawling, cribbling and quibbling, and then slurping up out of them come foes.
Well, I guess, since the vines follow my gaze, I'm gonna get him to cover one of them.
Oh wait, there's more.
Hmm.
I just looked down there. I see. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna run over to where Adonis.
Well, they
is.
just emerged. They you're here. You see something come out.
What about this one here?
Yeah, you see.
like,
Yeah, you
okay.
see one come out.
Yeah, when I see one come out, then I'm going to run. That was the point. I was like waiting for it to show up, and then I was gonna run.
To it, or you're running away from it.
Like, yeah, I just wanted to make sure there was like actually something coming. If there's nothing, like, if there's no enemy, then like, why are we running away for? Like,
All right. So then you book it.
yeah, like Freya wants to be.
Well, here's the thing.
Adonis to
Like
fight
it
but-
doesn't pop out until Adonis stabs. So
Okay.
what's going to be is they're very surprised that this has just happened. So you guys are actually going to get a surprise round.
Okay.
So everyone, pop your initiatives on the tracker. All right. All right. You guys can have a whole like you have like an action before they get to do anything. And Adonis, as a bonus action, you can lay out brambles. I'll be right back.
Fine.
Alright, well, Pat, go. I'm just gonna move, like, before on our
Yeah.
surprise round. I'm just gonna move 60 in a dash.
Yeah, so very big map. I'm gonna say I see this one and I put my seal on it. Which I can actually do by rejoining this channel.
Wait, how long? Don't do
Hmm?
that, Pat. Just wait.
No.
No.
Wait, what? I don't think the map's showing up for me. Weird. Oh wait, there it is.
What is the range of your seal?
60 feet. Or ooh.
Yeah. You're not in range of
Wait.
either of them.
Oh shit, I'm not. Wait. Oh my god. I'm shook. Let me check my characters.
How far did you move? Where were you? Oh, you were like over here, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I moved exactly my speed.
Alright.
No, it's actually within 30 feet. I could definitely not do that.
Okay, so I'm back on a brand new track. Debbie Paid. I'm assuming that's what you do in your turn.
Yes.
Adunis. Lee, scribe for me which one of these you want to throw them brambles on, and what else you want to do.
This one?
Well, I do branding. No, never mind. I don't. Never mind.
All right. They pop out and fork all around, suturing shut the break in the earth and stabbing up to grab the floater. They prick and stick it in the process. Its fell, vile biles spilled upon the dirt and grass. It is restrained for the moment.
I'll shoot that guy.
All right, you have advantage on it because he's restrained.
Well, I already got a 20, so...
Well, that's a clean hit.
And that's my turn.
Freya Halford.
Yeah, I moved already.
Okay.
For our, for our surprise
The
round.
house guard Acheno steps forth, spins his naginata, and spits straight fire
Pug?
as he makes a line attack of flame, burning up the lawn in a terrible stretch of dead grass. But
You really do beat that extra, huh? Please, mad extra.
I'm looking at it now.
And, this floater will attempt to dodge for halvesies.
Are you gonna roll his damage first? Like,
Oh, yes. He will be taking half of it, but, he takes 5 fire damage in spite of the massive damage to the lawn. It is Debt Be Paid's turn.
Interesting. Well, I suppose I'm going to get from where I am currently. That would be 30. Now, if I were standing at 30, would I have range to see?
corner.
No, I would not.
So yeah.
Anyway, though, I can't really do anything super duper special, so I'm gonna get here, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Branding Smite.
That's a. You have to like hit with an attack when you do that.
Yeah,
It's for the next attack.
Oh, okay. I guess you could prepare before.
Yes.
Alright, so that's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Adonis. Oh, wait, hold on. I've gone through them. They are actually going to get to roll initiative. So, that's what Debt Be Paid. Debt Be Paid, I'm assuming your course of action wouldn't be changed by the fact that this floater is going to, like, float towards Adonis and then fire an eye beam at him.
Probably not.
Missing. The gazebo's stone takes an arc of green lightning burped forth from its eye in stride. Debt Be Paid. Turn has happened. Adonis.
I think I'm going to... Sorry. I'm gonna come out here. And I'm gonna swing at this guy.
So first you tear up the grass, and then with a grass and mud-laden strike, you slash across the thing, knocking out its lower row of terribly drawn teeth, and scattering blood and a cut tongue across the field.
Nice.
Yeah, you feel your blade, like, wanting to let go, and it says, "These enemies are too meager. When their leader shows its face, I shall show you what I'm made of." And this floater attempts to free itself. It doesn't. It will attack Adonis, but with disadvantage. Actually, it chooses action. No, it won't. Freya, turn.
Yeah. I move 60. And that's my turn, I think. Yeah. I mean,
Indeed.
I have to use my action there, so...
I'm sorry.
Yep. No, it's okay.
So, the floater floats forward and fires an eye beam at Acheno.
No.
Not hitting him as it flies wide. You see lightning fly to the north and strike one of the windows to the dining room as glass splinters and flakes superheated and blown out. It is Acheno's turn, and Acheno is going to rush forward. And actually, Acheno is going to turn around and see that the young lord is being engaged. And so he's going to dash into a flanking position and say, "Now, my lord, while I have it distracted, strike it down." Meanwhile, another floater floats up over some rose bushes and pops an eye beam at Freya. Missing, and instead singeing some of this small wall. It's a different floater's turn, and this floater is going to go ahead and release a stank cloud. Roll me a con save, Adonis.
Con save. Ugh.
Alright, yeah, you both pass with a 16. The stank washes over you, and you are unaffected. That was the floater's turn. Deputy Paid, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to run here. Then I'm going to cast my seal upon this motherfucker. Right here. Okay? This is, mind you, if I don't regenerate my seals after short rest, my fourth and final seal. But I haven't actually done any research, so I don't personally know. And then I'm going to move to like here. And that's my turn.
That's your turn? Adonis, it is your turn. You have advantage from flanking on this floater. And, as a bonus action, you can command the brambles.
I'm gonna get him to close this one, and I'm gonna slash this guy with my Wylander.
The Halford trees roots spike up to suture closed this rift. And, yeah, you strike it down as it explodes into blood and pus on the field. Ew, gross. And, yeah. And that was only one attack, so you do have an extra attack in the bank.
No, I swung.
Yeah, you're flanking.
Advantage, so it was 12 and 25 or 1.
Can I use my crossbow?
Yeah, you can change over. Any attack against this floater has advantage because that hits anyway, but yeah. Pop damage. If that's the one you want going for, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yep.
You stick him again.
Roll for crit. Roll for crit. Roll for crit. Roll for crit.
Huh?
Roll again just in case you crit. Alright, never mind.
Yeah, and would you like to move yourself at all?
No, I'm okay. Or actually, yeah. Where's the next one? He's talking.
Yeah, no.
There.
Alright, yeah. The floater attacks with disadvantage, debt be paid. And a 14 doesn't hit you, although a 24 would have. But it is restrained by the brambly roots of the world tree.
That's unfortunate.
Wunderbar.
Freya, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna go 30 this way. And I guess throw an axe at it?
Alright. Let's see if you get it dead in the eye. That's a hit. Damage. You attack it for 6. It bleeds all over the flowers, spilling vile liquids from its organs. A gas bag, cut clean, dripping an otherworldly goo.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, my turn. No, that's my turn.
Okay.
I can't hit it with my shield, unfortunately. I'm not close enough.
Is this floater's turn. This floater is going to float for the gazebo and try and fire on Adonis. Adonis has slight cover behind this this bush, however, and it misses terribly. Instead, like kazapping the bush, all of the leaves that were on it are now very much what one would call, as Lee desperately tries to find where that other dead tree is. Yeah, this one. Are very much aflame.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Oh, hey, it's a flaming bush.
Yep.
There's definitely no symbolism here.
Not at all.
Wow, just like the Bible.
Wow.
No.
It is Acheno's turn. Acheno is going to be like, I'll leave that one to you, my liege. You are more than capable. And then come up to here, because he's got reach. And with his Naginata, attack with advantage. A 17 strikes. 7 slashing, leaving the enemy up at 1.
Wait, which I know is kind of OP.
It's
kind of great showing.
It's a floater's turn. This floater is going to come up close to you, Freya, and fart on you as the stink cloud is released. Give me that con save.
Okay.
It leaks a bile cloud from its sin. It's cut open.
Be clear, this is not my fetish.
All right, that was the floater's turn.
Heck, am I concentrating on anything? No.
Yeah. Debbie Pay, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get. I think I can get here is the closest I can get, and then well, fuck. Yeah, gonna go ahead and hurl a javelin, I guess.
Over the bush.
Yeah. Javelin.
I'm javelin for this. That's what I call a hit. Give me that damage.
Nice.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. And I do get the treachery, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop my seal.
Baby pop. Oh my god, that's literally how much HP it has left. It explodes in a ring of black gold flame, leaving no ash, as the javelin just pierces its eye, spurts some terrible green fluids, and then burns up.
Lovely.
Anything else you want to do, Debt Paid?
So, is there anybody else on the field? The floater over here, right?
There is there's
right.
2 floaters.
I point my sword at that floater as if to say, "You!" on my next turn, if you're still alive.
Amazing. Is Adonis's turn? Adonis, the bush in front of you is on fire.
I'm gonna use my roots on that one. And I'm gonna go ahead and step away from this burning bush so I don't burn myself.
You're using the roots on the one that your sister's fighting? Or your cousin's fighting?
No, the one down here.
Oh, you're closing the gap.
Yeah.
The tree suitors up the gap in the world. The fire not going deep enough to harm it.
What's the range on my crossbow again?
Pretty fucking good. I can check. What is it? A light crossbow or a heavy crossbow?
Light.
I see. You like to keep it light. Almost certainly you can make that shot without disadvantage, but I can check light crossbow. 80 feet or 320 feet with disadvantage. Oh shit, a crit. Papa's that shot. It had 1 HP left, by the way. You hit it in the eye, ripping it free of the roots and stapling it to this wall as it just oozes a terrible combination of disgusting liquids and dies horribly.
Fuck yeah. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm. The blade says, "These ones are beneath me. Why won't they come out and fight?" Freya, it is your turn.
Yeah. Oh, it's close now. Nice. So I'm gonna hit it with my other axe.
That's a hit.
Because I got 2 of them. And then I'm going. Is it kill that? Does that kill it or?
It is bloodied. It's like hanging low in the air. It's farting more, but you didn't.
I gotta like knock it out of the sky with the shield.
Yeah, yeah. You want to try and like just like you want to like hop over. So do you want to stay on your side, or do you want to hop over into the rose bush and just like sidewalk slam it down into the rose bush?
I'm trying to do the you know the Spartan thing where they like hit it with the side of the shield, the the not the flat of the shield, but the pointy bit almost, you know what I'm talking about? And they just like punch with it. Yeah, that. And sure, as she jumps up and punches it.
All right. You punch it down. Hit. Now you just push it.
It's contested though, so.
Contested with what, athletics?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, that's not gonna go great for it.
They're in chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So you force it down into the rose bush where it takes a piercing damage, and it is stunned as its eye has been struck.
Cool. I'm gonna say Freya hands beside it, and yeah.
Acheno is turns around. He's like, "My liege, one foe remains," and then he points in a little he basically pings the fight going on and says, "For House Alpha," and then he runs a little bit. It's a floater's turn. This floater is going to pick itself up a little bit, and then at disadvantage, it's actually going to try to shake off its stunnedness and see if it can get a shot off. It can't quite. It was too stunned by that hit to its eye. Deputy Page, it's your turn.
I say, well, good luck getting there in time, my friend. I think the battle is more or less over this, so I'm just gonna get over here. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, Adonis?
I'm gonna start making my way over, I guess.
Making your way downtown.
Gosh darn it. There we go. Oh. Okay, thank you. Is that a dash?
You can get I think here normally.
Yeah.
But you do feel as if though those roses would respond to a bonus action of your command.
Fuck yeah, do it.
Alright, roll me a Zweihander attack with advantage. Alright, so what happens is all of the roses pick up around and then form an iron but light wooden maiden, and then just slams shut on this eye thing. It dies terribly. It's dying terribly in a bloody rain of gore. It's almost dead. Freya, do you put it out of its misery?
Yeah.
Here's that coup de grace. Advantage. But I mean, yeah, you axe at a question as it is defeated. And yeah, that's it. And you're now in a lovely garden.
Yeah. Freya's like, all right. We need to talk to your father very clearly.
My character's like, so what was it about taxes being involved in this?
And yeah, Brunhilde comes out and she's like, "Oh yes, debt be paid. Lord Halford wanted to see you explicitly about well." She looks around at the garden and like takes in a look of shock and says, "Oh, about the agricultural exemptions for our garden."
Noted.
Freya,
Let's begin.
Freya reminds Adonis to definitely cover up this hole too. With the brambles.
Yeah, the liquids poozing out of him after you kill those guys does seem to go away, and when Adonis comes and suitors them closed, the earth around them heals. And it, you know, seizes back up. Also, Cheno goes back and like extinguishes that dead bush. But yeah, it should seem to be time to meet with your father.
Next time on Freistadt? Question mark.
Well, you guys like go back in, and you do catch a glimpse of him on the upper balcony, moving for the door to what Adonis knows to be the solarium, the tippy top of the dome, where the telescope is.
Oh,
and Adonis, you feel a familiar presence bleeding blue from the gem on your brooch. But also, you feel a new electricity, a sparking static from the hilt of your Zweihanda. Almost as if though a new potential is about to be born of some terrible connection, and you are the sparking short of the fuse. Find out next time on Freistadt. Favorite, least favorite, what you want to see more of. Let's begin with Heather.
I like the whole interacting with the map thing. That's really cool. I think favorite would definitely be map interaction. Sorry, I'm sleepy.
Good.
Least favorite. I'm sure it'll come back later, but like the dudes on the dock just seem like kind of weird and like forced almost. So I guess maybe like give it like have bigger reasons for NPCs to show up. Like I said, they might show up later just based off of what I saw. It seemed like they showed up and then we left and nothing really became of it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Awesome, thank you so much. And in part the second, you will see the inside of the Halford Manor and fate's yet greater foes.
Oh shit.
Rainbow, hit us with it.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that like it felt a little anticlimactic, but then I realized that it's not the end, so like disregard that comment. What did I like? I mean, obviously this map is amazing. Like just the design of it feels very natural and everything for a garden. Yeah, I think it was really interesting. Like, I think it's well designed for this format too. Like, it wasn't like it was going to take us forever to figure out this like weird puzzle, and then like we have to go into like a long call. Like, it was just like 3 little like like separate combats that were like short and sweet, and like, you know, it didn't take a whole lot of brain power to like figure it out. Like it was well paced, I guess. Like what do I want to see more of? Just like, I don't know. I think when you explain like really well, like really like deep into the Freistadt lore, it's interesting. I was still kind of like not sure where these creatures came from and like what they were or anything. Like I was just like, oh, they're just some sort of otherworldly monster things. Like I like when you go like really deep into the lore and like explain exactly what's going on. So more of that, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Awesome. And with that, Pat.
I really gotta read something, so I'm gonna leave. Bye bye.
Peace.
Yay, bye. So yeah, what I liked basically everything that happened here. I'm probably not going to be super articulate because I'm a little high, but you know, everything went pretty well. I enjoyed the session thoroughly, which is kind of a shocker considering I was like thinking of bailing in the very beginning because I was super, you know, bummed out and overstressed. But I'm glad I showed up and I'm glad I attended the whole thing because it was very fun. I love the way that you made the maps. It was, you know, a lot of work getting those tiles ready before the session, but it certainly paid off.
Dude, I'm so sorry to ask you.
Very happy that we got all of them, and you did such a wonderful job putting them into the scene. What did I dislike? Actually, can I, instead of saying what did I dislike, can I just say that I don't necessarily agree with Heather that I dislike the scene on the docks? Although I would like to see those NPCs in particular again, I think that the scene on the docks was a very nice characterization moment. And the fact that it didn't go anywhere is kind of more or less exactly how I had hoped it to transpire. Because, you know, Deputy Paid was the one being harassed there. And Deputy Paid does not answer to that.
Doesn't rise to provocation so easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
She walks by knowing full well that she's, you know, capable of handling them if she wants to. But she's not super proud. She's not super wrathful. She's not gluttonous or lustful or any of those things. She wants to finish her objective and to deal with the tax collection. She's greedy. She doesn't give a shit about these people. They didn't offer her anything. So it was great. And what I want to see more fun opportunities to characterize Deputy Paid in ways that I find amusing or interesting. You know, more of these beautiful maps and more of these fun NPCs. Just more of everything that you always do. Thank you very much for being RDM. You're fantastic.
Yay! And with that, feedback, we do love audience feedback, but as it's running later into the night, I am preparing to pick us off with the stream, but if anybody has anything, hi Lerb, hi Jor. Oh, thank you. Hey Quicksilver. You've arrived, Quicksilver. Yeah, I saw you were going live around the same time as us. Great to see you. You know, I think we will raid tonight. I think we will be raiding D&D Plus.
Okay.
So thank you all. Remember, we're all nice and conscientious chat members. I know you guys are. I'm just training myself to say this for like the hopeful days when we have like dozens. I don't know everyone in chat, but you know we're nice. We say nice things when we go there. Of course, most people will just will peace out. We know that. But yeah, if anyone wants to stick around, raid, be friendly. It is always fun to hang out, Jur. Thank you everyone for coming out. We're popping over. And I will click the raid now button when the time comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've popped through the raid now.